Right then, this is a quick walk around video. This is for a really lovely CR-V actually. This is the last of its type. It's a 62 plate. It's a 2-litre EX manual petrol, and the car's covered just 55,000 miles. Finished in this lovely, what they call urban titanium paintwork. It looks absolutely stunning on the car, with a full black leather interior. The car's in really fantastic condition, certainly for its age. Front of the car, lights and lenses are clear and intact. Bumper and bonnet exceptionally clean. Come down the near side first. Very, very smooth in the panel work. There's no obvious indentations there at all. The paintwork's got sort of real kind of nice natural luster to it. Around the back, again, generally very nice. It's of minor little sort of scuff where things have been put in and out of the boot, but then it's minor indeed. Offside, driver's side of the car, again, fantastically smooth in the panels. Externally, I mean, apart from the odd minor mark, and the odd one obviously naturally going to miss, it's in exceptional condition for a 10-year-old car. Come to the boot area now, absolutely cavernous boot, and it's got its full complement of equipment actually. Obviously the tonneau cover, middle shelf, all there. Let's come into the back, and this is where CR-Vs tend to suffer with sort of a very hard life, because basically they're sort of there to ferry kids about, but compared to most of its age, it's in actually very, very good condition. Coming to the front, again, all very clean and tidy. Leather work is exceptionally good. Finally coming on the driver's side, again, all nice and tidy and clean. Foot areas are good, and driver's seat itself is exceptionally good for a 10-year-old car. Inside the car now, engine's running as always the case, so the dash can be seen illuminated. And dashboard's in fantastic condition. Sat nav, you can see, working absolutely perfectly there. Pop the car into reverse. Got that lovely clear grid, parking camera just to complement the parking sensors. But it has been kept very, very well indeed. And just come across the known dashboard binnacle. Hopefully you can see 55,584 miles, and there are no warning lights on at all whilst the engine's running. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video. This is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre EX manual. This car is registered WV62ZCZ and with a mileage of just 55,562 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, as I always say, is simply because we want to ensure that if anyone's looking at any of our cars online, they actually get to see the very car advertised in operation. Like far too many people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or descriptions, only to get there and find out there's an obvious fault that shows up as soon as you drive the car. So hence, that's why we do it. So coming to the car itself, as I always start with the engine. Engine starts instantly, settles to completely smooth, even idle. Aside from a low fuel light on the car, there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all related to the engine or any other part of the car. And temperature gauge is running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be. It's been running for nearly 2 hours now because it's just been delivered to us. The engines are brilliant, absolutely brilliant engines in every single way, as you'd expect of any Honda. They're incredibly tough and reliable, aided by the fact that they've got a cam chain. They're not cam belt driven, so there's no major service to do on the vehicles. But it's also an engine that's just lovely to use day in, day out. It's smooth, quiet, tractable. It's just a pleasure. It really is a lovely, lovely unit. The engine then feeds them to the clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, as you'd expect with such low mileage, it's absolutely perfect. Bite point is exactly where it's meant to be, and it's lovely and smooth in operation. The gearbox is your typical Honda gearbox, which means it, again, absolutely superb. Short and shift, lovely precise actuation to every single gear change. Honda do these things absolutely brilliantly, and it shouldn't be underplayed because it's something you're going to be using the most in any car, and it just feels just beautifully engineered, and it feels exactly as it would have done when it's new, by the way. There's just no wear in it at all. Steering on the car, it's got a lovely power steering setup in the vehicle. Honda know this market so well with the CR-V. It's been the best selling SUV in the world for quite some time, and it's all about how they drive, because it's just perfect for the type of car it is, because it isn't a sports car. It's not meant to be. What it gives you is kind of a weighty power steering system, which means the car feels very solid and secure on the road, even though it's effortless at low speed. It also tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit, and it just feels so tight on the road. It belies the fact that it is 10 years old. Same goes with the suspension. There's no noises, no clonking, no rattles from underneath the car, no feeling that there's going to be either. It's that sort of tight engineered feel it's still got. But also the suspension is just beautifully judged, again, for this type of car. So you go around the corners like this one, it's very composed, it's fluid through the corners, but it also gives you a very, very comfortable and compliant ride. As I said, they obviously have sold them by the bucket load, so they know what they're doing. The brakes on the car, by the way, just give a good shove. Absolutely spot on. There's no kind of pulsing or vibrations coming through the pedal. I have done that at high speed as well, by the way, so I just wanted to be sure of that. But they're solid. It will, by the way, be going for an independent MOT, so this will all be checked as a matter of course anyway. Coming inside the car, it's literally just arrived. It's not been cleaned. It is very clean, but so obviously it will be cleaned before it's sold. But they're just very, very nice places to sit and drive a car. The first thing you're greeted by is Honda's build quality, because it may well be 10 years old, but there's no squeaks, no rattles. It just feels bolted together brilliantly, which it is. But it also gives you fantastic visibility around the car. You feel very confident as soon as you get in, helped by these gigantic wing mirrors, so sort of lane changes are very simple and easy. The dash architecture, again, it's a car that you can just jump in and drive. You don't need a sort of a degree to sort of work out how to do the most basic of functions, and everything working exactly as it should. Sat nav, as you can see there. You've got a dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you so wish, and that pumps out absolutely ice cold air, by the way. All of the switch gear, as Honda always do, gives you a lovely high quality tactile feel. It feels just precision made. It's got that feeling that all these buttons and everything you press are going to last an eternity, which it generally do. Heated seats, again, working exactly as they should. You've got this lovely dash binnacle in front, which is your classic Honda affair. It's just it's simple, it's legible, it's clear, it's concise. It basically means you look at what you want to look at, take the information in, and look back at the road. But it's just displayed really beautifully, as Honda always did this generation. Then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel with, I can't see any wear in it at all. This is, by the way, a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V. There are no buttons to press because it basically does it all for you. It runs in front-wheel drive pretty much the whole time, so the most efficient way to pull a car along. As and when it needs to go into four-wheel drive, it'll do so itself via the traction control system of the car, so it reacts far more quickly than you ever could yourself. It's seamless, absolutely seamless in the way it operates. The advantage of it being not on the whole time, of course, is you're going to get through your tyres far less quickly, use less fuel in the process, and put far less mechanical stress through the vehicle. So much so that in, crikey me, nearly 3 decades selling Hondas using this system, I can't remember ever putting a spanner on any of them in terms of the four-wheel drive system. They are incredibly robust. As I said at the start of the video, obviously we're slowed down now with the tractor in front. The whole point of the video is to show the car operating, but to feedback on any sort of obvious issues, of which there's none at all. It drives absolutely beautifully. As always, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call.